my beloved, my sustainer, my very breath. Even before the sun fully awakens and stretches its golden fingers across the land, I come to you. Not with demands, not with a list of needs, but simply to be held within the quiet expanse of your presence, a space I feel so keenly even now, as the world outside stirs with the promise of a new day. It feels almost audacious, this seeking of you, this assumption of your willingness to meet me in the stillness. But then I remember, it isn't an assumption at all. It's an echo of the yearning you planted within my soul from the very beginning, a homing signal drawing me ever closer to the source of all peace. The dew-kissed leaves outside my window whisper your name with every gentle breeze, and the birdsong isn't merely melody, but a chorus of praise rising to your throne. I am humbled by the sheer beauty of creation, a constant, breathtaking reminder of your artistry, your love poured out in every detail. This morning feels different, not in a dramatic, earth-shattering way, but in a subtle shift of the heart. A quiet acknowledgement of the weight I've been carrying, a burden not of hardship, necessarily, but of expectation. I've been striving, Lord, striving to be better, to do better, to live up to an image I fear I've constructed myself, rather than the one you lovingly intended. It's a tiring pursuit, this self-improvement driven by guilt and inadequacy. And I confess it leaves little room for simply receiving your grace, your forgiveness, your unconditional love. I long to shed this weight, to release the pressure I place upon myself, and to rest in the knowledge that you see me, truly see me, with all my imperfections and vulnerabilities, and still you embrace me. I want to move beyond performance, beyond the shoulds and the oughts, and into a deeper, more authentic relationship with you. A relationship built not on striving, but on surrender. This quiet time, this sacred pause, is a lifeline, a gentle invitation to lay down my burdens at your feet, to allow your peace to wash over me, to fill the empty spaces within, and to remind me of my inherent worth, not because of anything I've done, but simply because I am your child. This morning, I ask for the grace to accept that, to accept myself, flaws and all, and to rest in your unwavering love, to see the world and myself through your eyes of compassion, of understanding, and of boundless hope. Now I turn my heart to the complexities woven within the fabric of my days, to the relationships that both nourish and challenge me. The faces of those I love rise before me, each one etched with their own stories of joy and sorrow, of strength and vulnerability. I think of my sister, struggling with a decision that weighs heavily on her heart, and I pray for your wisdom to guide her steps, for your peace to calm her anxieties, and for your love to surround her with unwavering support. I pray for my friend, battling illness with a quiet courage that inspires me, and I ask for your healing touch to restore her body, mind, and spirit. And I pray for those who feel lost and alone, those who are burdened by grief, or weighed down by despair. Open their eyes, Lord, to see your light in the darkness. Open their hearts to feel your love in the midst of their pain. I confess, sometimes it feels overwhelming, this awareness of the suffering in the world. It's easy to become consumed by negativity, to lose hope in the face of so much pain. But then I remember your promise, that you are with us always, even until the end of time, that you are a God of compassion, a God of healing, a God of unwavering love. And I am reminded that even the smallest act of kindness, the simplest gesture of hope, can make a difference. That even in the darkest of times, your light can shine through. I also reflect on the challenges within my own heart, the lingering anxieties, the moments of self-doubt, the tendency to overthink and worry. These are the battles I fight daily, the shadows that threaten to eclipse your light. But I know that I am not alone in this struggle. You are here, Lord, walking alongside me, offering your strength, your guidance, and your unwavering support. Help me to release my fears, to trust in your plan, and to embrace the unknown with courage and faith. As I reflect on this delicate balance between inner peace and outward responsibility, I find myself drawn to a specific request. There's a project at work, a daunting task that feels beyond my capabilities. I've been hesitant to fully commit, fearing failure and the disappointment that might follow. But I believe you have placed this opportunity before me for a reason, and I desire to approach it with a spirit of courage and determination. Lord, grant me the clarity of mind to understand the task at hand, the wisdom to make sound decisions, and the strength to persevere through challenges. Remove my fear of failure and replace it with a confidence rooted in your unwavering presence. I don't need to succeed on my own, Lord. I need your guidance, your wisdom, and your strength. Help me to collaborate with my colleagues, to learn from their expertise, and to contribute my own unique gifts to the project. And above all, help me to remember that success is not defined by external achievements, but by living in accordance with your will. Beyond this specific task, I also pray for discernment in all my endeavors. Help me to identify the opportunities that align with your purpose for my life, and to have the courage to say no to those that do not. I long to live a life of intention, a life that is focused on serving you and others, a life that is filled with meaning and purpose. And I know that this is only possible through your guidance and your grace. It was just last month, during a particularly difficult conversation with my mother, that the vulnerability of life truly struck me. We were discussing her health, a topic fraught with anxiety for both of us, and her voice trembled as she spoke of her fears. In that moment, I felt utterly helpless, unable to shield her from the pain and uncertainty that lay ahead. It was a stark reminder of our mortality, of the fragility of life, and of the importance of cherishing every precious moment. It also revealed a deep-seated fear within myself, the fear of losing those I love, the fear of facing life's challenges alone. That conversation served as a pivotal moment, a catalyst for a renewed commitment to deepening my faith and seeking your guidance in all things. Before that, my prayer life had been somewhat sporadic, often relegated to moments of crisis or desperation. But after that conversation, I realized that I needed to cultivate a more consistent and intentional relationship with you, a relationship that would provide me with the strength, the peace, and the hope I needed to navigate the complexities of life. I began to prioritize my quiet time with you, making it a non-negotiable part of my daily routine. I started reading scripture more regularly, seeking your wisdom and guidance in its pages, and I began to practice gratitude, consciously acknowledging the blessings in my life, both big and small. This shift in perspective has been transformative, Lord. It has brought a sense of calm and clarity to my life, a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. This quiet time has become more than just a routine. It's a sanctuary, a haven where I can shed the weight of the world and connect with the source of all life. Remembering the intensity of that conversation with my mother, I realize now that the greatest gift I can offer her, and all those I love, is not the ability to shield them from pain, but the ability to offer them unwavering support, unconditional love, and a steadfast faith. I long to be a beacon of hope in their lives, a source of strength in their times of weakness, and a reminder of your unwavering presence in their midst. And I know that this is only possible if I remain rooted in you, if I continue to nurture my relationship with you, and if I allow your love to flow through me to others. I also recognize the need for forgiveness, both for myself and for others. I often hold on to grudges, allowing resentment to fester in my heart. But I know that this is harmful, not only to those I am holding on to anger towards, but also to myself. Forgiveness is a gift, Lord, a gift that frees us from the chains of the past and allows us to move forward with hope and peace. Help me to release my anger, to let go of my resentment, and to embrace forgiveness with an open heart. Show me how to extend the same compassion and understanding to others that you have shown to me. I desire to be a vessel of your love, a channel of your grace, and an instrument of your peace. And so, I come before you now, not with a list of demands, but with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit of surrender. I release my anxieties, my fears, and my expectations, and I place my trust fully in your loving hands. I commit to walking in your light, to living a life of purpose, and to serving you and others with all my heart, soul, and mind. I will strive to be more present in my relationships, to listen with an open heart, and to offer my support and encouragement to those in need. I will prioritize my quiet time with you, making it a sacred space where I can connect with your presence and receive your guidance. I will practice gratitude daily, acknowledging the blessings in my life and recognizing your handiwork in all things. And I will embrace forgiveness, releasing my anger and resentment and choosing to love unconditionally. Lord, fill me with your peace, your joy, and your unwavering love. May your grace surround me, protect me, and guide me every step of the way. I offer this commitment to you, not as a promise of perfection, but as a heartfelt desire to live a life that is pleasing in your sight. May your will be done in my life, always and forever. And may your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Thank you, my beloved, for your unwavering love, your boundless grace, and your eternal presence. I rest in you. Amen. Knowing this commitment is not a solitary act, but a weaving into the larger tapestry of faith, I find my thoughts drifting toward community, the fellowship of believers, the shared journey of seeking your face. It's easy to become insular, to believe we must carry our burdens alone, but your design is one of interconnectedness. Imagine this: a single strand of yarn, beautiful in its own right, but possessing limited strength. Now envision that strand interwoven with countless others, creating a fabric that is resilient, vibrant, and capable of withstanding immense pressure. That, Lord, is the power of community. And I confess I haven't always prioritized it. I've allowed the busyness of life to crowd out opportunities for genuine connection, for shared prayer, for mutual encouragement. I ask for your guidance in cultivating deeper relationships within my faith community, in being more intentional about offering my time and talents to those in need. It's not merely about attending services, but about actively participating in the life of the church, about fostering a spirit of unity and love. I yearn to be a source of support for others, to offer a listening ear, a helping hand, and a heartfelt prayer. I realize now that my spiritual growth is inextricably linked to the growth of those around me. We are all called to lift each other up, to encourage one another, and to walk alongside each other on this path of faith. This realization shifts the focus from inward contemplation to outward expression, from simply receiving your grace to actively sharing it with the world. Furthermore, contemplating the concept of service, I'm reminded of a recent encounter with a stranger, a woman I met while volunteering at a local soup kitchen. Her story was one of hardship and resilience, of loss and hope. She spoke of facing homelessness, of struggling to provide for her children, yet she radiated a quiet dignity and an unwavering faith. Her words resonated deeply within my soul, challenging my own perspectives and prompting me to examine my priorities. It prompted a questioning: what truly constitutes a meaningful life? Is it the accumulation of wealth or the pursuit of worldly success? Or is it the selfless act of giving, the compassionate embrace of those in need, the unwavering commitment to serving others? I believe the answer is clear. True fulfillment lies not in what we gain, but in what we give. It's in extending a hand to those who are struggling, in offering a word of encouragement to those who are discouraged, in sharing your love with a world desperately in need of hope. This isn't about grand gestures, but about the small, everyday acts of kindness that can make a profound difference in someone's life. A simple smile, a listening ear, a heartfelt prayer. These are the tools we have been given to bless others and to reflect your light in the darkness. Considering the practical application of this renewed commitment, I feel compelled to reevaluate my stewardship of resources, not merely financial resources, but also my time, my talents, and my energy. It's tempting to hoard these things, to cling to them tightly, fearing scarcity or loss. But I believe you call us to be generous, to share our blessings with others, and to trust that you will provide for our needs. This isn't about reckless abandon, but about mindful giving, about discerning how we can best use our resources to advance your kingdom. Perhaps it's donating to a cause I believe in, volunteering my time to a local charity, or simply offering a helping hand to a neighbor in need. It's about recognizing that everything we have is a gift from you, and that we are called to be faithful stewards of those gifts. Moreover, I see the importance of cultivating a spirit of contentment, of learning to appreciate the blessings I already have, rather than constantly striving for more. The pursuit of material possessions often leads to dissatisfaction and emptiness. True joy comes from within, from a deep sense of gratitude and a close connection with you. This understanding of stewardship extends beyond the tangible, reaching into the realm of my inner landscape, my thoughts, my emotions, my very self. It's a sobering realization to recognize that I am not the master of my own mind, but rather a caretaker of the precious gift you have given me. So often, I allow negative thoughts to take root, to fester and grow, poisoning my perspective and clouding my judgment. I dwell on past mistakes. I worry about future uncertainties, and I allow fear to dictate my actions. But you call me to a different way of thinking, a way of focusing on truth, on beauty, and on goodness. Imagine a garden, overgrown with weeds. Unless diligently tended, those weeds will choke the life out of the flowers, leaving only barrenness and decay. Similarly, unless we actively cultivate a healthy mindset, negative thoughts will overwhelm our spirits, hindering our growth and diminishing our joy. I pray for the strength to challenge those negative thoughts, to replace them with affirmations of faith, and to dwell on things that are true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and admirable. It's a conscious effort, a daily practice, but one that yields immeasurable rewards. Furthermore, I've been reflecting on the concept of patience, a virtue I often find elusive. I live in a culture that prizes speed and efficiency, where instant gratification is the norm. But spiritual growth is rarely instantaneous. It's a gradual process, a slow unfolding, a patient waiting for the seeds of faith to blossom. Like a farmer tending his crops, we must nurture our spiritual lives with consistent care and unwavering trust, even when the results are not immediately apparent. There are times when I feel discouraged, when I wonder if my efforts are making any difference at all. But then I remember the parable of the mustard seed, how something so small can grow into something so large and magnificent. Your timing is perfect, Lord, even when it doesn't align with my own expectations. I must learn to surrender to your plan, to trust in your wisdom, and to embrace the journey, even when it's difficult. This requires a letting go, a release of control, a willingness to accept that you are in charge. It's not about passively waiting for things to happen, but about actively participating in your plan, while remaining open to your guidance and direction. Connected to this sense of trust is the need for deeper discernment, especially within the relentless current of information that floods our modern lives. It feels as though countless voices clamor for attention, each vying for a piece of our minds and hearts. Distinguishing truth from falsehood, wisdom from folly, becomes an increasingly arduous task. I yearn for the clarity to navigate this complex landscape, to filter out the noise, and to focus on what truly matters. Grant me, Lord, the ability to discern your voice amidst the chaos, to recognize your presence in the quiet moments, and to follow your guidance with unwavering faith. This isn't simply about avoiding misinformation, but about cultivating a deeper understanding of your will for my life. It's about aligning my thoughts, my words, and my actions with your truth. Remembering a conversation with my grandmother, a woman of profound faith and unwavering integrity, she often spoke of testing the spirits, discerning whether a particular idea or influence comes from a source aligned with your love and truth. This resonated deeply with me, reminding me that discernment is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a spiritual practice. Considering these interwoven threads, the importance of community, the cultivation of a peaceful mind, the practice of patience, and the pursuit of discernment, I realize this journey isn't about achieving a flawless state of being, but about consistently orienting my heart towards you. It's a continual process of refinement, a lifelong commitment to growth, and a humble acknowledgement of my dependence on your grace. The initial yearning for stillness, for a quiet space to connect with your presence, has blossomed into a broader understanding of what it means to live a life of faith. It's not simply about retreating from the world, but about engaging with it in a way that reflects your love, your compassion, and your unwavering hope. It's about recognizing that every interaction, every opportunity, is a chance to be a vessel of your grace, to offer a glimmer of your light in the darkness. And I'm increasingly aware that this isn't a solitary endeavor. It's a shared responsibility, a collective calling to build a world that reflects your kingdom. The woman at the soup kitchen, my grandmother's wisdom, the image of the mustard seed, these moments, seemingly disparate, converge to form a cohesive tapestry of understanding. They illuminate the truth that growth isn't linear, that challenges are opportunities in disguise, and that even the smallest acts of kindness can have a ripple effect, transforming lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. I've learned that authentic spirituality isn't about escaping the complexities of life, but about embracing them with courage, compassion, and unwavering faith. It's about finding joy amidst sorrow, hope amidst despair, and peace amidst chaos. It's about recognizing that you are present in all things, guiding us, sustaining us, and loving us unconditionally. Furthermore, the initial desire to simply be with you has evolved into a fervent longing to become more like you, to embody your love, your grace, and your unwavering commitment to justice and compassion. And so, as I return to the rhythm of my day, I carry this newfound clarity within my heart. I'm not claiming to have all the answers, or to have overcome all my struggles, but I am committed to continuing this journey, to deepening my relationship with you, and to living a life that is pleasing in your sight. I recognize that the path ahead will undoubtedly be filled with challenges, but I am no longer afraid, for I know that you are with me always, guiding my steps, strengthening my spirit, and filling me with your boundless love. Ultimately, it comes down to a simple yet profound choice: to surrender to your will, to trust in your plan, and to live each moment with intention and gratitude. With this understanding settling into my soul, I find myself reflecting on a question that feels undeniably pivotal. In what small yet meaningful way can you extend grace to someone today, reflecting the boundless love that has been so freely given to us all? Perhaps in that simple act lies the most potent expression of our faith.